Haven't done it. You're trying to disarm me illegally.
I am going to disarm you.
Illegally?
No, sir.
Am I threatening you?
Once I find out there's no issue, then we're
Am I doing something against the law?
Be on your way.
Am I doing something against the law?
Keep your hands away from the gun.
I don't have my hand near the gun.
Put your other hand away from the gun.
I'm holding my camera.
Get it away from the gun.
It's away from the gun.
Okay.
Now, you gonna let me go?
No, I'm not going to let you
You're
go.
about to get yourself a civil lawsuit.
Well, you can get a civil lawsuit or whatever we need to do right now until I find out you can legally have the gun and you can be out here.
Oh, do I need a license to hold this gun? No, dude, I'm telling you right now, we're having issues. Chris, wait, I'll tell you what, let me give my camera to my son and I will do everything you ask.
Put your hand behind your back.
Chris, come here and get my camera. Chris, come here and get my camera. I'm taking my camera off. I'm not touching my gun. Okay, let go of his camera for a second. Come here, untie it. There you go. Now I want you to record this. Is it recording? Let me see the back.
Behind your back.
Let me see the back side.
Put your hand behind your back.
Okay, now I'm gonna do everything you say.
Hey,
dude, there. My hands are behind my back. No, Chris, keep the camera on me. On you. Can I ask you what I was doing wrong?
Until I can find out you can legally have a gun.
So you can just stop anybody in the world
for rudely displaying, yes.
Oh, how am I rudely displaying a gun? I'm walking. You might want to put your gun away. I spoke to your chief yesterday.
Hey, down on the ground. You lay down on the ground, motherfucker. Lay down on the ground.
Hey, whoa, keep.
You're the only dangerous motherfucker out here. Lay down on the ground.
You're committing a felony right now, officer. You are committing a felony. That is an armed terrorist threat. This is Almost Park, guys. Almost Park, once again. Once again, Almost Park. Why you got an AR-15 out?
Get away from him.
Articulate the law broken and I will...
I am.
Okay. Are you here to hurt anybody?
Negative.
You have a gun as well?
Of course I do.
Okay. Get away then.
Now, what crime is being committed here?
I will get down.
What crime is being committed here? So you got an AR-15 in hand because a man is lawfully carrying. This guy over here's got a pistol because he's lawfully carrying. How you doing? Oh, these cops are overreacting to a man lawfully carrying a firearm. We told you guys you were going to learn. Today's your education. Today's your education, Corporal. At some point, you're going to realize no crime is being committed.
In the state of Texas, only
This guy's got an AR-15 in his hand right now.
can the House and Senate pass any law that pertains to the penal code.
Here, I'm gonna
Which means
open carry mine just in case.
08, no subdivision of the law can pass any criminal law, which means any law that you may have enacted.
How y'all doing?
In your city.
We're just teaching your cops a lesson right now about lawful activity.
Does not make it illegal to carry.
They're learning about the Second Amendment today.
Or a loaded firearm.
What's that? Yes, ma'am.
What you're doing right now is holding gunpoint to a U.S. Army veteran.
You got a gun in your hand too?
To Iraq, who has never committed a crime in his life, who is doing nothing illegal, and you have 3 officers holding me at gunpoint because I have not committed a crime.
No, this is Almost Park outside of San Antonio.
Are you starting to feel dumb yet?
Are you Renee? Are you the chief? Are you the chief? No, this guy back here. Are you the chief?
Yeah, there's a man with a gun right there.
You're the only one threatening
Right
people.
there.
You're the only one threatening people, officer. You're the only one.
You already asked if I was going to be violent. I am not. I am not going to shoot anyone. I am not a terrorist.
Are you the police chief?
I am an American citizen.
Are you the police chief?
Get on the ground or disarm myself for not committing a crime.
Are you the police chief? No, we're not getting on the ground.
Get on the ground.
We're not getting on the ground.
I'm going to tell you one more time to get on the ground. I'm not going to tell you again. If you have a
For what? What crime?
If you have a license to carry a handgun,
He doesn't need a license to carry a rifle.
If you harm me when not committing a crime, you can
Get
go to
away
jail
from
for up to
him.
10 years.
What crime are we committing?
You're interfering with the duties
Have I
right
committed a
now.
crime?
Well, you have no duty to disarm a law-abiding citizen.
Because you can't ask me for a reason.
Sir, I'm not doing anything
Get
against
on the
law.
ground.
Hey, look, man, I'm not doing anything.
I was not an activist until law enforcement turned me into an activist. I was just a guy trying to go about my life. I mean, I was on orders back when I got arrested in 2013. I was on orders to go and take over as the commandant of the Military Intelligence Academy out at Fort Huachuca, Arizona. And, you know, probably would have spent another 5 years or so in the military, but for that arrest. And what that arrest did was it turned, you know, just a guy who was just trying to live his life into an activist, a gun rights activist. And then, of course, there were 2 more arrests after that, and then the tasing in Olmos Park. And that's what led me to decide to go to law school. I never wanted to be a lawyer. That wasn't something that was ever in my trajectory. Had everything gone the way I wanted it to go, I'd be working in corporate security right now.
I would still like to comment on agenda item number 2, please. Texas Code 551 says I can do that. Can I comment on number 2?
I don't think that's open for public comment.
You don't
It's just-
think it's not the right answer, is it not, or is it? Yes or no?
No,
Are you sure?
yes.
A government body shall allow each member of the public who desires to address the body regarding the matter on the agenda. Number 2 is
You've already been asked. That's not under citizen comments. Now you're disrupting a meeting. That is what you're doing right now.
No, sir, I'm not.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to comment on an
Active agenda item number 2.
Well, you get that opportunity when we come up to that agenda item.
I did. Number 2 is an agenda item listed.
Not right now, right now. That
Right now it is.
No, it's not. Right now, we're calling the meeting to order. We're going to follow our agenda.
Exactly. Number
And
2.
whenever the agenda item comes up, we'll discuss it.
Sir?
Call the
1,
next
2.
agenda
2
item.
is an
Mayor.
agenda item. I would like to comment on
Call the
number
next
2.
agenda item.
Huh?
Call the next agenda item.
Then you're skipping the agenda.
Okay.
You're
We're
not-
going to go to presentations and proclamations.
No,
We're going to go.
Go ahead.
Drugs, you can stay. I'm not going to be saying fuck a lot this time. I owe you some apologies. 1, for the way I dress. As a professional, I've neglected to come to these meetings appropriately dressed, perhaps not looking like your definition of a professional. I've worn t-shirts, I've worn hoodies, when such royalty as yourself deserves Sunday best. After all, I think the mayor said it best when he said we should treat this place with the same decorum as we would a church. Unfortunately, I don't have the access to the city's credit card that the chief does. I can't buy a $1,200 suit. And I ignored the fact that you are to be worshipped in this temple of government, not held accountable. I apologize. Number 2, for the way I talk. I didn't realize that being way down here in southern Texas, it's entirely possible that word of the ratified 1791 Constitution that included the First Amendment might not have hit these parts yet, and that you're supposed to obey them. I meant to bring a copy for each of you, but my scribe ran out of parchment paper, molted flight feathers, a quill, and an inkwell. I apologize. I apologize for the company I keep. Chief Blanchard tried to warn me long ago during a meeting that he recorded and hasn't yet released that Mr. Followell was a criminal. I should be careful with whom I associate. Apparently criminals aren't allowed to have attorneys or something like that. But we'll find out soon enough. I should have listened. I didn't take the time to see things from a tyrant's perspective. I apologize. But all that changes now. Chief Blanchard was right. Anyone can Google stuff. Anyone can quote case law. We just didn't have the facts. We've just been wrong all this time when we spoke to you about gun rights, when we spoke to you about free speech, when we spoke to you about warrantless searches and faulty warrants based on no probable cause. When we demanded equal treatment of the law, we were just wrong. When we tried to educate you on the meaning of rubbish. By the way, just look in a mirror. After all, Chief Blanchard has been a cop for 24 years now. You all have been tyrants your whole life. Who are we to ignore this experience? Maybe you are the ones that are right all along. Last time I was here, Chief Blanchard gave me some advice, and I'm finally going to obey. It's important to respect and obey our police chiefs. They know better than anyone in this room what is good for us. They're smarter alone on their worst days than all of us are collectively on our best days. Otherwise, surely you wouldn't keep this guy employed as your police chief, right? So I'm taking the advice he gave me when he threatened to arrest me last time I was here for daring to read the words of the Supreme Court. When he said, "Stop talking and just sue me." Okay, Chief, here we go.
3 minutes are up.
These are your lawsuits.
Good job, CJ. Good job, CJ. Not you, Joe. We still love you.
Thank you.
Carol Salinas, Aransas.
There we go.
We're live now?
Yep.
All right, what's up, everybody? We got the man, Mr. Jason Followell, and the man, CJ Grisham. I'm going to play a little short clip real quick that I have prepared. CJ Grisham. I'm going to play a little short clip real quick that I
My little intro should be the little chicken hawk from Foghorn Leghorn.
Did that work? Did it play?
Yeah.
All right, I'm new to this StreamYard audience, so y'all bear with me. Well, let me introduce Mr. Jason Followell, and then I'm going to introduce CJ Grisham. The man in the red corner is, here we go. He is a constitutionalist, a patriot, civil rights activist, humanitarian, good Samaritan, business owner and businessman, community leader, constitutional law scholar, father, husband, man of the people, hero, and advocate for the homeless. And I want to say he's a politician because he ran for mayor, but he's not corrupt like most politicians. And then in the red corner, we have CJ Grisham, Mr. CJ Grisham, president of Open Carry, Texas, civil rights activist, veteran, hero, father, husband, grandfather, humanitarian, good Samaritan, community leader, businessman, business owner, man of the people, patriot, constitutionalist, war hero, combat survivor, wounded warrior, innocent criminal attorney, and a civil rights attorney. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you for having us on.